Hello, thank you for checking out Mr. Ware's videos. And today we're looking at just some simple, basic one step equations. So let's take a look. Alright, so here's a problem for solving a one step equation. So the main thing you want to remember when you solve these is always do the opposite. And we're working away from the variable. So here it says solve x plus 4 is equal to 10. Okay? So we want to first do the opposite of adding 4 to x and subtract 4 from x. Okay? The opposite of 4 is minus 4. So we subtract 4, and whatever you do on one side, you do on both sides to keep it balanced. And you have x plus 4 minus 4, and then 10 minus 4. So x is equal to 6. You can always plug in your answer to double check. 6 plus 4 is 10. Here's another example. All right, we're going to do the opposite. Okay, so we got x minus 8 is equal to negative 5. So we're going to do the opposite. We'll work away from the x. So we're not going to add 5. We're going to add 8 because that's over there on the x side. Okay, so the opposite of minus 8 is positive 8. So we're going to add 8 on both sides. Okay, and negative 5 plus a positive 8, different signs. Find the difference. 8 minus 5 is 3, and 3 is equal to the x. And again, you can always plug in your answer to make sure it's correct. Alright, here's another example. Oh, before I go to that example, I want to show you. Notice how these two problems was different. And the x plus 4 was on one side here, and the x minus 8 was on the other side. X plus 4 was on the left, x minus 8 was on the right. But you always work away from the variable. Away from the variable. Alright, here's another problem. So here you got x minus a negative 6. Okay? So we still going to find the opposite of negative 6. But before we do that, we want to change those two negatives to a positive. So we do the opposite of adding 6, which is subtracting 6 on both sides. And that's going to leave us with x is equal to negative 4. And then you can always plug in that negative 6 to make sure your answer is correct. Now here's a few practice problems you could do and see if you got this mastered. So you can pause the video here, and I'm going to flash the answers up in a minute. Alright, so that was adding and subtracting. Here we're doing multiplying and dividing, but you still do the opposite. So the x is being divided by 5. So you do the opposite of division, which is the opposite of division would be multiplication. So we're going to multiply by 5 on both sides to make sure it stays balanced. And then once we do that, we get 20. And the 5 divided by 5 becomes 1. And x is equal to 20. And again, you can still plug in your answer to make sure you get the right thing. Alright, here you got negative 3 times x. So to do the opposite of multiplication, it's going to be division. So you divide by negative 3 on both sides. And x is equal to negative 9. 27 divided by negative 3 is negative 9. And you can plug in that negative 9 and check to make sure your answer is correct. Okay, here's a couple of practice problems you can go ahead and try to solve and see if you can get the right answer. And that's it. That is doing one step equations, um, adding and subtracting, multiplying and dividing. I want to thank you for checking out Mr. Ware's videos. Have a nice day.